Hey, this is Dr. Chris Nelson here, and today I would like to talk about goal setting for 2025. And why is that important in dentistry? Well, part of it is because we schedule patients out months and months and months in advance for cleanings and routine care, but also we have to build a schedule and a reality for our team so that we know when we're here, when we're not here, and so we can prioritize things in our lives so we can make time for you in your lives. So that all comes down to goal setting, action planning, and creating a schedule for 2025. So I thought it would be fun to create this video and help you all and also help us and me be accountable for 2025. So I'm going to ask you 3 questions about goal setting for 2025. And I'm going to give you some time to answer the questions, and then I'll answer the questions for myself. So you'll be my accountability partner for 2025. So as we set the stage for this video, I want to tell you a little story about how goal setting influenced me to become a dentist. So back in college, I went to UC Davis, and when I was in college, freshman year, I decided I wanted to be a dentist, and that's a story for another video. But after I decided I wanted to be a dentist, I started acquiring the thoughts about how I'm going to achieve this goal, because it's a really big goal, especially when you're an undergrad student. And yes, my dad's a dentist and my grandpa was a dentist, but this was a goal of my own, and I was developing the how-to with their mentorship, but it's a personal journey. So what I did is I wrote down steps that I could take all the time, and I would put them on sticky notes, and I'd hang them all over the place. And it wasn't quite like those movies where they have the pin boards with the red string and stuff. It wasn't like that, but I definitely had a little, kind of, and it also wasn't like a vision board or anything, but I had like sticky notes all over the place. I think a couple in the bathroom, and definitely I had some next to my computer, and it kind of had like a vision and a goal. I think I even had my name badge from a tour of a dental school, and I wrote in there DDS. It said Chris Nelson, and I wrote in there DDS, and I hung that in my room. So the accountability tool for me at that time was writing things down and seeing them on paper all the time in front of me. So that was, that's a little personal story, but that kind of gives you some context into what goal setting can do, and how, for me, my accountability partner was writing things down. Okay, so let's get right to it. Question number 1 for you: what skills do you want to develop or improve on in 2025? So, what does that mean? What version of yourself do you want to be? What things do you need to learn to become that person? And how are you going to achieve that? So what are the things that you'd like to do to be a better version of yourself, or to become that next level? So what are these skills? Can you identify any things that you could do better for next year? So let's take a moment and answer that question, and then I will ask you the next question. Okay, awkward pause. Hopefully you've already answered that question. Okay, the next question I would like to ask you is, what can you do in your team to improve in 2025? So you have a team, whether it's your family or your work family or your friends, or a bike club that you ride with like I do. So what are some things that you could do on your team to improve in 2025? Think about it. There's probably something that relates to you, and in the work environment. Is there something that you could do in 2025 to improve your role on that team? So go ahead and answer that question, and then I'm going to wait here, and then we'll be right back for question number 3. Okay, another awkward pause there. What is a personal aspiration outside of work or just something for yourself that you want to do or achieve in 2025? It could be a vacation, it could be spending time with family, it could be other things like that. What are some personal things for you, just for you, that you want to do better in 2025 or that you just haven't done yet and you want to achieve that in 2025? Okay, so we've asked the three questions, and I'm going to go through and give you my answers, at least a brief version of them, and then we're going to ask an accountability question. So, question number one: what skills do I want to develop in 2025? Well, as a leader, I want to develop team training tools for my team. When we do training, um, I've done so many training meetings in the last 15 years, and it's really easy to talk about a topic and make a plan and then kind of forget what you talked about and forget the plan and not have continuity. And then also, like, if you get a new team member or if you had someone was sick or they just forgot, like, that meeting, which was high value, is just off in the ether and it's gone. So we're going to use video trainings, even internally. Even, it's like seems kind of silly to train a small team because we don't have a huge team, but train a small team with video, and then watch a video in a small team. But that's what we're going to do, and we want those to be like the way that we learn together. And then if we forget or need to revisit it, we can just rewatch the video. Okay, the next question was, how can we improve teamwork within the team? And for me, as the leader slash owner, my goal is to have really clear communication in the moment with our team. So if there's a conflict or if there's something good or something bad or something intermediate, if I need to get involved in something, whether it's good or bad, I want to have that interaction happen relatively quickly so that we can moderate that and get to a better place. We still will use the opportunity to honor a 24-hour rule if we need to, but I also think that there's a lot of opportunities for our team where I'm having constructive communication with one team member, and that would be beneficial to another team member in the same moment. So I'm going to try to do better about grabbing both team members, bringing them together, and having a circle of trust about a particular topic and moving forward. So team, taking on that team training thing, but this version of the answer is in the moment, working with my team to solve problems and move us forward together. And one of our core values is check in before you check out. So, we want to have good communication. How are you doing? Do you need anything? That sort of thing. And the same thing goes with patients, obviously, but this particular answer, I'm talking specifically about our team. Question number 3, what are some personal ambitions for 2025? Well, that's easy. I want to schedule fun time in 2025. Now, I already have a lot of fun and I'm a happy person and everything, but I also find it that things are missed and they could be scheduled. Not super specifically, but it's like, hey, on this day, I want to try to take the kids and go do ski lessons. Or on this day, I want to make sure that we go to the lake for a couple hours. Or on this day, we need to schedule some time where we don't do anything. And, a lot of times it's like, oh man, we should do something this weekend. What's going on? Or, this is a really short weekend. And then I find myself at the office the whole time getting ready for the next week. So I think we're going to try to be more intentional about that. And I've developed a tool for our team that I'm also going to be using personally to look at the entire year, at a glance. And it's kind of an atypical way of looking at that. It's also not an original idea. It's, we all borrow and kind of learn, like, okay, that's a good idea. Let's try that. Let's modify that. So that's my answer to the third question. I want to schedule time for fun, get things on the calendar so that we don't miss them. Okay, the last part is accountability. How are we going to make sure that we do what we say? Well, I already mentioned my tool is writing things down. I actually have a book right here where I write things down all the time. I take notes, and I'm a very digital person in terms of using the phone and the computer and all those tools. But writing something down in ink that is not changeable. And carrying that around is a big accountability tool for me. And making checklists within this book is really helpful. So I'm going to be writing down my goals, and I'm also going to be having accountability partners like this video, and also my wife and my team, and other mentors, my dad and my family and all that. But if you share your plans, that the accountability partners can grow and help you achieve your goals. So that's what I have to share with you today. I hope it was interesting. If you're a patient and you live in the Reading area, let me know what you think. If you're outside of the Reading area and you'll never come to be a patient, I hope I added some value. Thanks for watching. And also, if you want to interact or ask a question, write it down in the comments. I will read them and reply to you. And I hope you have a great day, a great October. I'm sure you're watching this in the future, and a great 2025, 2026, and beyond. Okay, take care.